Hi, welcome to the ABINGERS YouTube. We're also a podcast, but today we're doing YouTube only. So you get to see our faces, you get to experience us, and we're playing ABINGERS slots today. Big money, big money. So this is a unique video-only presentation that Keith, appreciate you, man. You put a lot of hard work into this. I'm going to let you take over. You want to explain kind of what we're doing here today? We've ranked all our shows and you put them in a slot machine. How's that working?
I asked these two motherfuckers to join me in ranking 22 projects since 2021. That's insane, by the way.
It is.
That explains a lot.
It does. Does it not? My goodness.
Because I remember when we were reaching the end of the Infinity Saga, people were like, there's like 20 movies to watch. It's like, yeah, there is. And now there's shows. There's 22 fucking projects in 3 years.
It's a lot.
Anyways, so I asked them to rank them from 22 all the way up to number 1. And every time we match all 3 of us, we get a jackpot.
Hell yeah.
Does that mean anything? No, not really.
If we get a jackpot, comment below, jackpot.
Yeah. I'm going to do a shot.
Do a shot.
Oh, let's make it a drinking game.
Oh, I do have a tall boy here. So
there you go.
All right.
It's about to be a short boy.
It's going to be a very short boy. So guys, we're in small little package form. It's not the first time I've been a small package. So we're going to be down here, tiny, off to the side, but we're going to play ABINGERS slots. We're going to see our rankings right now from 22 starting with WandaVision, all the way to number 1. What did we rank? We're going to have fun along the way. We hope you enjoy this YouTube exclusive. Let's do this. Let's start with number 22, Keith.
Question to you
Feeling
guys.
lucky.
What do you think everybody's last place is going to be?
Oh, what if?
Well,
You're just guessing yourself?
I was guessing for everybody.
You think everyone's is going to be what if?
Yes.
Okay.
Everyone in their right mind. Yeah.
Emmy, what do you think?
I think everybody's is going to be I Am Groot.
Oh, fuck right off.
I wonder what you guys picked.
Let's do it. Let's play.
All right. There it is.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, damn.
All right. Pretty split. Keith coming in with Quantum Mania.
A full-length feature film.
Even I thought that I was going to pick Thor: Love and Thunder.
Oh, my goodness.
Last minute, I was like, I have zero tie or emotion to this movie.
All right. I'm curious with this start if we're going to have one jackpot, to be perfectly honest with you. We are so varied in just number 22. You've heard us talk about, or like why we've ranked them so low previously. But Keith, Quantum Mania, I got to throw it to you. That one really didn't do it for you.
It felt like a mess. It felt like, I wish the story went a bunch of places. It didn't end up going. Even just the style of things looked like Star Wars ripoffs of like Rebel designs and stuff like that. Like it felt like the way I felt watching Aquaman 1, where it was like, why are all the bad guys? Why do they look like their armor's made of toilet material? Porcelain, like they look like porcelain bad guys, and I'm like, well, it is water, but I just didn't love it. I didn't love it whatsoever. Even Paul Rudd couldn't save that movie.
So Emmy was watching I Am Groot, and she's like, "Who's this for? I don't like it. Fuck this."
I remember that.
I didn't say I didn't like it. It's cute. It's for kids.
Okay.
I am not a kid,
all right.
even though I act like one. I just it's so inconsequential that it's like, who even cares?
Okay. And what if?
That's fair.
I just felt like it was rushed the whole time. Honestly, the first couple of episodes were okay, but as it got deeper and deeper, I realized, oh, this is trying to connect, and it's just way too. It just felt like, it didn't feel like proper story building. It just felt like what, and it just, I don't know. I was not a fan of it. So, yeah.
Now, Brandon, have you gone back and watched any of What If season 1 since?
No.
Okay. I did, and I was surprised because I originally felt very similarly to you. I didn't love, and on top of that, I didn't like the animation. I felt it felt like a lot of the work was being done with motion capture instead of like love.
Yeah.
There's a lot of animation in wheelhouse. I really enjoy animation and studying it and learning about it. So seeing it done, I was like, what's going on? Why does this look so cheesy? The action was really cool, but the faces weren't doing the mouth right. It was weird. But I've heard good things about season 2, so I'm hopeful. First 2 episodes have been released to press people, and they have good things to say about it. So.
Okay, fingers crossed. I'm going to watch What If season 2 with open eyes and open ears and open minds and open hearts.
I didn't watch any of the trailers for What If.
I haven't either.
Oh.
I think I watched the first one, but it's gone now from my mind.
As all things for Keith. All right.
Sorry.
All right.
Canadians are forgetful.
Oh, yeah. If there's anything, they're forgetful. All right, 21. All right. Let's do it. Big money.
I feel like we needed like a drum roll.
Thor, Love and Thunder. I knew Love and Thunder was coming up for Keith. And Multiverse of Madness for me, 21. And What If? You were just one short, Emmy. So, yeah.
So close. So close.
So
all right, we can move on to 20th unless you guys want to justify your reasoning.
No, you've heard me bitch about Multiverse of Madness. Just listen to our podcast. We have a podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever podcasts are available. You want to hear me bitch about Multiverse of Madness? Check it out. It's available. I have 2 hours. I don't need another 2 minutes on it. I'm done.
You know what I'm gonna say though?
Yeah.
And this is like broad across the whole all of it. I can find something good in all of these projects. I can find something good in all of them.
Tell me something
it's a good ambition.
Huh?
Ooh. Huh?
What did you say, Keith?
He was singing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I was
really
I try to do that too, but you definitely do try to look for something good in all the projects. I noticed that.
It was really hard to rank them sometimes.
No, this one wasn't hard at all.
I feel like the ends are the easiest part. You know what you love most, you know what you love least, but the middle is so gray. It feels like any one of them could probably go a little bit up or down if you were.
It depends on the mood.
Yeah, exactly. If someone had the right argument or you just watched it the right day.
A little bit more swayed. Yeah.
All right. Let's see what's the 20th place.
I sent Keith my list and then immediately sent him a different list.
You would
instantly. And I didn't even like record what you changed. Like I didn't.
Good.
I just used the most recent one,
awesome.
so I have no clue.
All right,
here we go.
What's
20th place?
20th place.
There
wow, Secret Invasion for Keith. Multiverse of Man. Emmy is like right there, and I am Groot. If we switch that, Emmy and I are really similar right now. Really similar. Keith, our wild card here. Secret Invasion. Good.
I really got let down by the landing. They did not stick that landing, and it really muddied the whole thing for me. I loved the first couple episodes, and then it just got like further from where I wanted it.
It's so funny. The more I sit with the ending, the more I have problems with it, and it bothers me. I hate that. I wish it was the other way around. Kind of like What If? Maybe it gets better over time. Like Secret Invasion, the more I sit with it, the more I question if I like that show or not, and I hate that because I really enjoyed a lot of that show, a lot of it. We defended that one, and I still stand by 90% of what I said. But that finale, the more I think about it, it kind of, anyway.
Multiverse of Madness kind of crept up a little bit in my list the couple times that I've seen it since the theatrical release. Like I was surprised how much I enjoyed about it. I feel like I'm still half and half though. Like half of the movie really pisses me off still, but like the other half is I've grown fond of. I'm glad it exists.
All right.
You ready for 19th place?
Yes.
Let's do it.
I'm about to shock the fuck out of y'all.
All right, let's do it. Number 19, please.
You've got your list down in front of you, don't you?
I do.
I don't. I'm all learning my list for the first time too. I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Number 19.
Right, number 19.
Oh!
Holy
shit!
Two-way tie.
Holy shit! Emmy, you're about to shock the fuck. We're about to shock the fuck out of each other. We both chose Eternals, number 19. Once again, we did not share these lists with each other before we recorded, and this is pretty amazing. What If, number 19, still pretty low on the list, Keith, to be very, And I think
the couple good episodes brought it up for me quite a bit. Yeah.
You know what's funny? This is already number 19, and maybe we're MCU shills, but it already showcases to me that we liked a majority of Phase 4 and 5, where a majority of people didn't, because Emmy and I like the Eternals, and we both picked number 19. Like,
yeah, now we're into the zone where it's like you don't hate anything that you're going to put out there from now on, but it's just about having to pick something that you liked better.
Right? Yeah. What are you thinking, Emmy?
Eternals, it was long. It was really long. That's not a movie that I'm going to go back and watch over and over again for shits and giggles. So yeah, I had to go here.
I respect that.
But I kind of drew like a little bit of a line after the next one of like the first 5 are things that I could live without completely, and then the top 17, it was like not live without completely, but like very hard to find good stuff in them. But then the top 17, I'm like, I liked that. Like that was a good show. That was a good project.
All right,
it's something you'd see twice type of thing.
All right, well, let's get to Emmy's last hated project for number 18. I really want
to not hated.
No, you already quoted.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, sorry, Emmy.
Number 18. Here we go. All different again.
That is crazy.
Emmy, I understand.
It didn't age well. I feel like in my brain looking back at it, it's like,
yes,
fine.
I just think exactly what he said. The landing, I think it kind of muddied it for us because we were on fucking board with that show. And I really do think the ending, to his point, it really did. I think that's why it hasn't aged well. I really do. And you know what's crazy though? Quantum Mania, Multiverse of Madness, Secret Invasion. Fun thing is they've all been in someone's 19, 20, 21, or 22 place, you know? So like this is all, hate to say it, I don't mean any disrespect, but lower tier MCU, at least according to the Avengers. I mean, we've talked about these 3 projects. Kind of not a shock to see all 3 of them still here. So yeah.
And Secret Invasion, I remember even saying on the review, like, this isn't something that I normally like, but I'm really enjoying this. And so I think part of that is like, oh, well, I don't normally like shows like that. So I think looking back on it, I'm kind of already in that predisposition. But
yeah, you were like more forgiving of it, and at first, and then like I just think that like there's great things about it. I think that not explaining to us when I say they don't stick the landing, I don't even just mean the visual effects. Where the fuck is that roadie thing going? What a lame way to just leave everyone hanging and not explain anything to go back. And like everything that they've done to redeem certain characters. We were thinking about it the other day with like Trevor Slattery. Bring Trevor Slattery back in Shang-Chi, and it's awesome. Now you feel like a little bit more justified why it was, so jarring earlier in his Mandarin portrayal. But the roadie thing was just kind of dead in the air. It was so
And just one more thing on Quantum Mania too. I really believe for Quantum Mania, I expected this to be almost like the Captain America Civil War of Ant-Man movies, like almost like Avengers 4.5.
Yeah.
I really, just from the trailer and how heavy and real it all felt, and especially Kang, Jonathan Majors, Ant-Man, like that when he says that, like when he's like, just everything felt so huge. And then when you watch the movie, it just, I'm sorry, Cassie did not do it for me at all. No offense, the actress who plays her, very just, I feel like Emmy and I could act 10 times better than that. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just being real. I don't think she's a good actress, or at least she wasn't a good actress in that movie. I don't say that often. You will rarely hear me critique acting. I did not like it at all. Just if you had to change the actress who played Cassie, make it a good one. I don't know, like Don Cheadle, fucking wonderful. Mark Ruffalo, fucking wonderful. If you're gonna,
I thought you were saying Don Cheadle should play Cassie. And he's
Don
a shapeshifter now, so go for it.
Could have played it better, honestly. I really think so. And like, I don't know. The movie felt bigger than what it actually was. And obviously you have my gripes with Kang and the ants and Hank Pym and the stakes not feeling as big as they should have felt, as well as undermining who you're surrounding your entire phase around. Even before anything, they undermined him in this movie. Even giving Loki season 1 and season 2, this movie just feels just underwhelming. Very, very underwhelming, and it's a shame because once again, from the trailer alone, I was like, this is it. This is going to be the definitive Scott Lang story. It just wasn't.
Yeah.
And that's really disappointing. So.
Yeah. And what a wasted Bill Murray role.
Yeah.
I fucking love Bill Murray.
Does anyone even remember that he's on the poster in this slot machine?
Bill Murray
it says
fucks.
Bill Murray, second from the left.
Yep, Bill Murray fucks.
Right.
He and him and Janet, they were bumping fuzz in the quantum, you know. But
as soon as, like, if I'm Hank in that scenario and I hear that, oh, you were gone this long and you fucked Bill Murray, I'm still distracted by the guy who looks like broccoli.
yeah,
Oh, look at that guy.
Yeah.
That's really neat.
you didn't fuck a broccoli dude, did you? You know, like, yeah. I mean, if so, maybe you're into that. Maybe that'd be a cool way to. I don't know. Maybe it's not bad.
It's one of those, like, everything around you is clearly a CGI kind of scenarios, like Alice in Wonderland or something, and it's all up to the direction and the actors to make it all
work.
feel bigger than life itself. And they all seemed like they'd been there for a week. Like, nothing was surprising to them. They were like, "Oh yeah, this is quantum realm.
Yep.
Yeah, neat."
Yep.
It's like, what?
I agree.
It's a broccoli guy.
I agree. It didn't feel as, oh my gosh, what is this? You know, it just felt like, whatever. So,
yeah.
You guys ready for 17th?
Yes.
Here we go.
Yes.
There it is. Wow. Emmy.
Okay, Emmy.
I know.
Emmy the fuck.
She's like, I didn't want to.
Okay. Keith and I are keeping in sync with one another now, and you have decided that you are the worst person ever. Emmy, justify yourself. I'll let the audience judge you, not me.
I feel like it suffered a lot from rewrites because of the pandemic. I feel like had we gotten what the original plan was, it would have been a little bit better. I loved the story arcs that were in it. I think part of it is, like, Rhodey being in it now is kind of muddied a little bit, like, because of Secret Invasion. So, like, that kind of, I don't know.
True, good point. I haven't rewatched it since learning that Rhodey was a Skrull.
Yeah.
That's
well, and
fucked.
I guess we don't know how long he's been a Skrull, but, like, I shouldn't be
true.
questioning that. But I just, I liked, like I said, these are things that I liked. I liked it a lot. It is just not one that I'm going to go back to. It doesn't have that rewatchability. Fucking Beck Fifingazid is in that, and I hate him, so I've got to rank him low.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I will say this. You're not a big fan of these types of shows or movies.
That's part of it too.
I mean, you've been self-admitted that. I mean, the Winter Soldier, Captain America, Winter Soldier, not on Emmy's high-ranking list. Just not a fan of
espionage,
it. Yeah,
level kind of.
Yeah, put her out.
I like the fantastical.
I was about to say, put her out in space, in the middle of fucking nowhere, with a bunch of laughs.
Big fan.
I'm already there.
I'm already there. So I'm not shocked to see it. I'm just disappointed. You know.
No. Oh,
It's also very
Makes
underselling. I don't mean to make it like a gender thing, but, like, it's also, like, a very clearly a bro show. It's like a Lethal Weapon kind of vibe to it, where it's just like a couple of guys who are up to no good. No, a couple of guys
started making trouble in his neighborhood.
Partners.
Got one little fight, and his mom got scared.
It's like a buddy cop movie. Like, that's. I mean, they didn't. I'm not saying that the few female roles that are in it aren't good. I
They
just
are
don't think
great.
they're very focused on.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
wonderful.
not everything has to be gender. I'm just that's my style, I guess. I just keep bringing it back to
Just
that.
quit.
Um,
Knock it the I'm just joking.
You guys ready for 16th?
Yes. If we hit jackpot once, I'll lose my damn mind.
Okay, here we go.
yeah, same.
What was the drinking rules?
I'm
Only
drinking-
jackpots, or we
Oh,
drink every time that we don't get a
breaking
jackpot?
that shit. Yeah, I don't know. I
I'm
think
drinking during all of it.
I was gonna say drink every time we talk or think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I've been doing that the whole time.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right.
Did it skip
Werewolf.
one? Were we on 17th?
We were on 17. We were on 17.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
My bad.
No, it's all good.
16th. There we go.
Wow. Okay. Here we go. Here's 3 projects we haven't seen yet, and all number 16. This is awesome. Keith, I'm gonna start left to right. Keith, Werewolf by Night, 16 for you, man.
I like everything from like Emmy's saying, like once you get to like the 18
Yep.
projects and upward, I agree that most of them I enjoyed. I enjoyed Werewolf by Night. I enjoyed the callback to the classic Universal monster movies. I loved Wolfman, Dracula, Frankenstein as a kid, and I was obsessed with them. I loved that it was black and white.
Yeah.
It was very cool, but at the same time, you're given an hour-long special to meet entirely new faces.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what they do next, more so than I would rank this higher than I did. So.
Okay. Black Widow, I actually like this movie a lot. My reason for ranking it number 16 is it should have happened sooner. I feel like this movie just kind of feels a little disjointed and out of place. I would have loved to see this in phase 3 of the MCU. I think especially with Yelena, introducing her in phase 3 and then making her show up in phase 4 in multiple projects, kind of a little bit more impactful as well, rather than shoehorning as it feels. So, and also inconsequential. Once again, I like this movie. I really do. I just feel inconsequential because we know how it's going to end. We, so at that point, the stakes to me never felt as heightened as the movie wanted them to feel. And for that, and it's no fault of the actors, it's no fault of the writers, it's the situation, hence why it should have happened sooner. So that's why it's as low as it is for me, but still, I would watch it right now. If someone said, hey, you want to watch Black Widow? Yeah, let's check it out. But yeah, that's why. And Emmy, if
prequels are a gamble.
Oh gosh,
prequels are always, because it's like you need to either introduce a bunch of characters that we've never seen before and then make it higher stakes
for them,
like by making us love them,
yeah,
or show us something that made more sense for the character we know to be the way they are. I don't know. It's such a hard thing.
It was a very difficult position. Emmy, can you explain why you don't like strong female leads in a TV show?
I was so shocked to see this so low. Yeah, and I was like, at the same time, I was like, I get it. But you don't have to just like it because it's a woman.
I think Emmy doesn't want women.
Oh, I do. I do have to. No, like I said, I like it. The last episode just went completely off the rails for me, and it's hard, I feel like, to look back on that and be like, that was a good, solid show, because the ending is so fucking wild.
A lot of people have said that. In a weird way, I like the show because of the ending. It threw me for a complete fucking loop in the best way. And it's funny, though, but I see more your opinion, Emmy, where it's like, that ending really just was fucking jarring. So, Keith, you got to be a tiebreaker, man. What was your thoughts?
I wanted so bad. I agree with Emmy. It was all about the ending. I had no problem with every episode that didn't feature Daredevil until that point. So I was like, hey, the Daredevil episode is great. But so are a lot of the other episodes. And then you get to this pivotal penultimate episode. Learn that word. And they did this huge shift in tone, and it was like really dramatic and scary, and like she got this sex video shared, and like her whole identity was ruined because of her reaction to it. Like, it got gritty, and I was like, they need to double down on this and make that the follow through for the finale. It'd be so cool. And then they did this meta thing, which I don't hate the idea of.
Just not.
It's a good idea. It was just not where I wanted it to go.
That is fair.
It's set up.
Yeah. Well said. Fair.
Yeah.
All right, you guys ready for number 15?
Yes, sir.
Right this time.
Hell yeah.
There it is. Almost the exact same.
My goodness. So let's talk about She-Hulk, since we haven't talked about it yet. No, I'm joking.
It's exactly what I just said. There you go. That's why I put it 15.
That's wonderful. And Emmy, Black Widow, it was number 15 for you. So
too little, too late. I mean, it's a great movie, but again, that's the kind of movie that's not fantastical. It's just not my thing. It's very much spy movie, and it was cool. I enjoyed it. I watched it probably 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, nice.
And also, that was the first movie out of the pandemic, so I probably would have gone to see a movie of Kevin Feige taking a shit on screen. and been absolutely excited.
What do you wait? So if What If was on the big screen, you would go see it? That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
awesome. So,
Well, is Kevin
Multiple
Feige taking a
times.
shit? What episode?
the all 9.
What if?
All,
All 9.
no, that's awesome though. But yeah, and it's funny. I'm the highest ranked Secret Invasion. That's I had it number 15, highest for me. But
Well, you're basing this on the first 4 episodes of the 6 episodes thing, I would imagine. They had a lot of great strong parts.
I know a lot of people from the start were not fans of the show. We don't fake our reactions. We don't fake it at all. If we don't like something, we're not going
Sometimes I have to. I'm just kidding.
Sorry. Podcast, Amy, podcast. Remember, we're gonna talk about a podcast. However, yeah, I really enjoyed Secret Invasion. Really, really did. Like I said, I think the ending, the more it sits with me, the more I'm not a fan. But either way, still a solid show. Number 15 for sure.
Yeah. All right, on to number 14.
Let's do it. I love this, by the way. So just thought I would.
Yeah, this is really cool.
Yeah, I thought I would find it.
There you go, Brandon.
Brandon. Okay, now you got some splaining to do. Why do you not like strong females?
Honestly, I don't like the MCU and where it's going.
Oh my god!
I'm joking, please.
I know you are, but it really makes me want to punch something.
You should definitely want to punch somebody. Yeah, the Marvels, 3 amazing characters, very little plot. I would love to see these 3 back. And I would watch it. You put these 3 on a poster, I'm going to see whatever they're in, because this movie to me was good because of these 3 characters. Surround them with better story. That is my only wish, because these 3 characters deserve it. They're all so fun together. They're so quippy together. They're a great, great team.
Sure.
I love these guys. I just did not, looking back, the more I thought of the plot, the more I thought of how certain elements were rushed, such as the arc between Captain Rambeau and Captain Marvel. It just it was really hard, but honestly, all 3 of these fucking amazing. And I can't look past that one damn scene where Captain Rambeau is like, I have to close it from the inside, and Captain Marvel has no idea what that means until the last second.
You mean the climax?
Yeah, exactly. That really brought it down heavily for me because it made them dumb. Sorry, it did for me. If I'm sitting there as a viewer, I don't want to feel smarter than Captain Marvel, ever. I don't. Yeah. I think Captain Marvel is fucking brilliant. I shouldn't be smarter than her, and I felt that way. I didn't like that.
She's not the brains of the operation. She's the brawn.
Yeah.
And women are allowed to be that just as much as men are.
Get it.
You get a team of men.
Totally get it.
Come on, Brandon.
I totally get it.
Beautiful dum-dum.
I just don't want her to be dumb. I trust me, I've seen her do so many smart things. When it came to that, I was annoyed.
She shouldn't be stupid.
And so, Keith, since I was put on the spot there, Keith, why do you hate Christianity so much?
Christmas, I would say. More so.
Yeah, if you, I look, I am.
If we need to edit that out, we can.
No.
They said Christmas and you didn't like it. Obviously, you're a horrible person. Sorry, it's
this movie. Yeah, or this special. It's not even. Again, we're getting to the point where it is.
Quit. What did you hate about it? What did you hate about it? Why was it 14th? Rip the Band-Aid off.
I don't even think there was anything I hated about. There was just a lack of amazing to it.
Mm-hmm.
It was good, very good, and I'm very glad that Mantis and Drax were the center of it.
Mm-hmm.
But it was very clear that this was what they could afford, was that this is just Mantis and Drax's story. And that's fine. I was super excited after the pandemic and everything for James Gunn to come back and just do a holiday special, an hour long with Kevin Bacon. I was like, Kevin Bacon's great in it. Drax and Mantis were so awesome. It was a great way to tether us to the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 to just show us where they're at, because it's been so long.
Well said.
But yeah, it wasn't. It's, the stuff I have above this. I can't put this in front of it. So I can't put this.
I'm actually shocked. Werewolf by Night is number 14 for me, because I will be honest with you, I expected this much lower on your list. Dark.
I'm impressed too.
Monsters, gritty. This one left an impression on you.
You love horror, don't you?
Yeah.
Like historically, you're a big horror fan. Midsommar. Like
you have to tell me how this made number 14. Because as a big horror fan, I expected this. No, I'm just kidding. Why did it rank so high for you?
I thought it was really well done. It was really artsy. Yeah, it was scary. The first time I watched it, I was terrified. Yeah, it's scary. And when the guy pops out of the coffin, yeah, I might have peed a little bit. But like it was so good. I watched it twice, and then when they re-released it in color, I watched it again.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like it's a good story.
Yeah,
it sucked me in.
Yeah,
and I like the guy. I like the girl, the main girl. I don't remember any of their names. So
wouldn't it be so sad if they didn't do anything with it? Like. I want to see where they go with these characters.
Me too.
Yeah. And the man thing. That's his name, right?
Man thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's so nice. Just a gentle giant. I can fall in love with the gentle giant.
That was a big deal to find out that it was a special about Man Thing, because a lot of people are fans of those comics, and to see him in the MCU is like something that when they were doing even phase 2, phase 3, they were probably going, no, we have no plans to do Man Thing. What are you, crazy? And it's like, no, now we have the room to play, and we need to be featuring stories and characters that people don't often know about.
So is
I didn't know who he was.
Is it fair to say this came out of nowhere? I felt like they announced it and then boom, it was here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I loved it.
Which I like that.
Don't tell me 4 years in advance. Just surprise me with specials. That's cool as shit.
That's exactly what my point was, Keith, because I love this surprise. No. I mean that. Like, exactly. I love to hear that you said it too, because I'm like, yeah, just the surprise, boom, here you go. And it was just, it felt, I know this sounds hokey. It just felt like a gift from Marvel. It just felt like, here you go, guys. Hey, by the way, here's this. And it was quality. It wasn't just like, oh, this was shoehorned and they were worried that it was going to be ill-received. It was good. It was a callback to all those 30s Universal monster movies. I loved it. I thought it was great. And Emmy having it 14 is like number 1 on a lot of people's list. Like, that is just huge for me to see
very
that.
Cool.
To see that number 14, I'm stoked. So that's great.
Yeah, agreed. I'm going to quickly grab my next drink from the open window I have, because it's like
we'll stall, Keith. We'll stall for outside. Yeah. Here we go.
I'll edit this out, but
okay. Hi.
Oh,
he's editing this out right now.
Well, does that mean we can take a potty break?
No, we are in the
you're
window.
not really editing.
Do you want to do a potty break?
No, we're 32 minutes in. Potty break, people.
Okay.
It'll release the beast or whatever.
Okay. All right.
That's when I have to let my cat out of
I forgot about that. Okay. All right. We're good. Let's take a quick 5 minute.
Oh yeah. Sure. I just have to pee real quick.
Okay. 3 minute. 3 minute. How about that?
Yeah.
There we go. 13th place.
Go.
Woo. Come on, jackpot. Nope.
Oh man.
We're just dodging around.
3
you have Quantumania so much higher than I thought you would.
Where I was happy with number 14 being so high, I'm so disappointed with this being 13. I'm joking, but 13.
Instant take back.
I take back my compliment.
You're like, nope.
Fuck that.
Just like my real dad.
Fair enough. 13.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was fun. I enjoyed it. I don't know what else to say about it.
You didn't have a problem with Catherine Newton, I assume.
I didn't have a problem with any of it. I didn't have a problem with Hank not dying. I didn't have a problem with Kang being defeated. I didn't have a problem with Cassie, the actor. None of it. The guy who had too many holes.
Yeah, I did like the guy with holes.
I liked that.
I like the guy with holes.
Yeah. And Chidi was in it, so I was really excited for that.
All right. Okay.
My favorite thing about Quantumania is the weirdos that they met.
Yeah.
In that Rebel Alliance or whatever the hell it was supposed to be.
That's one of those is Chidi from The Good Place.
Is it Gentora? Is that her name?
Yeah.
No, well, yeah, she's a.
We're
Googling.
We're Googling now.
I'm Googling. Oh, we're just watching me Google now, aren't we?
Gentora. Gentora. Look at that. Yeah. Live Googles.
Wanted to quickly Google. Live Google. That's how I operate. That's how I podcast. Now we all know.
Now he's sharing his screen, so we know when he's looking, when he's Googling. So,
when he's looking at naughty things.
No.
Finally, we knew he'd catch you.
Yeah. Gentora is she is hot.
Jintora fan fiction. I saw him Google it. Look back. It says Jintora fan fiction. Yeah.
You had an incognito mode. Relax.
So Keith, 13 Black Widow.
Yeah, I mean, Black Widow's great. My favorite things about it are Elena and the what's his name? Crimson Dynamo.
Crimson
That's
Dynamo.
what Elena calls him.
Red Guardian.
The Red Guardian. Yes.
This movie was purely. I think they, say they cut ties with Scarlet Witch or Scarlet, not
Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson. Say they completely were like, no, you're not getting your own movie. They still had to release this for Thunderbolts to make sense. So they had to do this. So It's like, this is a precursor to Thunderbolts. So I'm excited about Thunderbolts because both this and Falcon and the Winter Soldier are a precursor to that. And to set the tone for that, they need both things to be released. I loved both. I just think that Falcon and the Winter Soldier was a little stronger of a story.
All right. Good deal. Werewolf by Night. Fucking rad. I already said it all while Emmy was reviewing hers. Great little special. Enjoyed it.
Yeah. All right. Number 12.
This is number 12.
Number 12.
Big money. No whammies.
And the rules are still drink all the time?
All the time. Yes.
All the time.
Cool.
Yes.
Okay, cool. That explains
yeah.
a lot of my choices.
Yeah.
I do.
Number 12. Oh, man. Okay. All right. So.
What's the most controversial thing here?
Of course it's you, Keith.
Yeah.
Of course it's you. I know you're thinking Love and Thunder being number 12. No, Miss Marvel being at number 12. How dare you, sir? No, I'm joking.
How very dare.
Iman Vellani is Canadian, and I loved that a Muslim character was being treated with the amount of attention, respect, and love that this was treating them with. So fucking cool. And I think she excels in the Marvels specifically, but there's a lot of stuff that's kind of disjointed in that show for me, and telling of what the villains are supposed to be was tricky to me, and Kamran as a character really just annoyed the shit out of me. I wish Red Dagger should have got way more screen time.
Yeah.
There was just tiny little things that I would change. That not a lot. I love the shit out of it. And she's incredible in it, and so I'm so happy she's around. But yeah, there's just tiny stuff at this point.
She-Hulk being number 12 for me, I think really highlights how much I liked the finale, as opposed to others, how like it was turned on its head. Keith and Emmy made really great points about the finale. Maybe would sway this list a little bit. However, when I made this 100%, I really thought it brought the attention of the negative energy surrounding the MCU, or the MCU as some douchebags call it. And I really thought that they had a great commentary on what they were receiving. And I really loved that look. And also She-Hulk was just a fun, strong, compelling character. And I really, really dug it. So number 12, yeah, really, really well deserved. Excited if there's a She-Hulk season 2, I'll be tuning in for sure. So yeah, excited. And Thor: Love and Thunder, I know, Emmy, from our review, you cried during this movie.
I was bawling, absolutely bawling, and I've said it before. No, it was the very end. I was Clinton looked over at me and goes, "Are you serious?" Because I was like out loud, like
boo-hooing.
Yeah, like it was like my whole body, like it was an ugly cry. It got me, man. It got me. And I get everybody's complaints. I understand them. I totally get it. But that initial reaction when I first saw that movie, I will always look back and think of that. Just me boo-hooing.
It's still one of those movies that I'm rewatching it, waiting to be in the right headspace to enjoy something more. And I watch it again and again and again, and I'm like,
not now, not yet.
I was like, I love Natalie Portman. Is her dying? Like, why is that so hard for me to like be moved by? But it's because all those fucking kids just got random Thor powers for 10 minutes, and like they're fucking jelly belly stuffed animals or whatever it is. Yep. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Stop that.
Jelly Belly doesn't make stuffed animals. Come on, Keith.
I meant the other thing.
Squishmallows.
Let's Google it. stuffed
Are they
animals.
Squishmallows?
I can't type. Jelly something.
Oh, never mind.
Jelly cat. My bad.
I've never even heard of jelly cats. No clue.
Nope.
It might
Stuff
be a
is
Canadian
crazy.
thing. I'm sorry.
Man.
Crazy up in Canada.
Oh,
What
it
are y'all
is.
doing?
I know. Gosh, too much maple syrup. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
All right.
Before making our stuffed animals, we are required to drink maple syrup. That's the rule up here.
Nice.
Yeah.
All
All right,
right.
ready for number
11. Let's rip this Band-Aid off.
Oh,
There it is. A little swap around.
All right. This is a couple we've seen before, and one we've not seen at all. Keith, obviously the Marvels, number 11, still pretty darn good. Almost makes the top 10.
Oh yeah.
I think at this point, these are all, we like them a lot. So
yeah, that's my honestly, when doing this exercise, and that's what I'm going to call it because that's what my corporate boss tells me about everything I do.
Yeah.
This exercise, as we understood it, was to me very telling, because in such a short time they released so much stuff, and when you look at it under a microscope, 22 projects, and the majority, well over the majority, are really good. I still loved the Marvels. I had a great time. It was great for what it was, which was a short, fast-paced, comical thing with three characters that I wanted to see in what they would do, and all of them served this movie very well. But I mean, I just happen to like the stuff that comes next a little bit more. That's all.
All right.
This is the first we're seeing of Hawkeye.
I love this show. I don't even think I have a complaint about Hawkeye. I'll be perfectly honest with you. This one hit me in the feels. I think it would actually be more impactful now if I watched it. And I just...
you haven't watched it this Christmas season, this holiday season?
I have not. No, I've seen Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special twice already, and I'll get to that when we get to my slide on that, because I will say that piece then. But I really loved Hawkeye. I thought this made such a great impact, both for Kate Bishop and Jeremy Renner's Hawkeye. I thought Hawkeye felt bigger than he ever has. He felt wiser. He felt like a mentor. And Kate Bishop felt like a badass and someone just ready to kick down the MCU. I love this show. I think I can honestly say, I think like from 18 on, but from 11 on, I really like strongly like to love, and Hawkeye I really like. I can't find a fault in it, and it actually made me pretty emotional watching certain scenes in it as well. So yeah, fantastic show. I honestly am kind of shocked to see it's number 11, but I ranked it, so fuck it. Yeah, loved it.
May I say, rewatching it at Christmas time, I didn't expect to get into it like I did. And Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, no problem. I watched that in one night, piece of cake, right?
Yeah.
But I put on the first episode of Hawkeye, and I found myself way more invested in it than I expected to be. And it could be a bit of the fact that I am hard of hearing, so watching his character develop that issue, and his fucking scene where he's having this heartfelt moment where she's describing what his youngest son is saying over the phone, because he doesn't have a working hearing aid. Oh my god, that killed me.
Beautiful.
And then in the end, it's just like, it's the bros and the moving. Yeah, those guys are, trust the bro. They're great. It's just a really silly comedy Christmas show, and I was shocked that I got into it more at the second. Actually, probably my third viewing.
Great show.
Yeah.
And Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, number 11, Emmy. You love the Guardians. I'm still stunned to see this at 11. I know how much of a Guardians fan you are.
I love it, but I love the other stuff a little bit more.
Okay.
And I love holiday specials, man.
Yeah.
Love a holiday special.
It's great. What did you think of the opening Christmas song number? I can't remember the band that does it, but oh my god, the aliens trying to figure out what Christmas is.
Yeah,
was so much more fun than I remembered it being.
Mrs. Claus, she climbs the pole, or something like that. Oh, it's so good. Or no, Mrs. Claus, she works the pole. Yeah, that's it.
50. It's something. There's a number. I want to say it's the B-52s, but it's something.
It's not the
that.
B-52s. No. It's not.
It's not the band's name.
It's not the Christmas Shack.
Let's Google it.
The Christmas
Guardians.
Shack. It's the
Christmas.
it's like rockets or there's something zooming.
The Christmas
This is how my
Shack
mind works.
is a little old place where
Old 97s.
70s. The old 97s.
Old 97s. Great band. Fucking great band. They were perfect.
Yeah, that's a great Christmas song.
And honestly, the Kevin Bacon one, like at the end, I get chills.
I enjoyed the shit.
I get chills every fucking time. That needs to be like a regularly played Christmas song. Like I am stunned it's not all over airwaves because it's such a gorgeous song.
And Kevin Bacon's performance, like him reacting
So
to
good.
like Peter Quill explaining why like you don't do this to people. You don't just kidnap them and bring them here. But him like trying to be a hero, and his version is on the storming the beaches of Normandy. It's like, I'm a British soldier, ain't I? And like, it's just really funny. But like
the fourth wall
his
breaking
version of what it is, he's just an actor.
And the fourth wall breaking of them all talking about actors being such pieces of shit is so fucking hilarious. And like I can't stop cracking up. Yeah, exactly. Like every time I see them, especially like Palm and Dave Bautista, like I start smiling because I'm like, I know they had so much fun with those lines. So yeah.
The special really features Mantis specifically better than we've ever seen her before.
She's
and
phenomenal.
It did make Guardians 3 hit better. Like,
I agree.
think that it made their relationship better in
I
the
agree.
show, like her and Drax, but way more impressive. I'm way more interested in Mantis in Guardians 3 because of this.
Completely agreed.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Yeah. And that's why it's so high.
Number 10, top 10.
Here we go. We're in the top 10, guys,
Here we
starting
go.
now.
Oh,
We got to drink on a two-way match. We got to drink on a
drink
that's
up.
a rule, right?
There it is.
Hey,
So Falcon and the Winter Soldier,
Now-
because
Emmy, why do you hate things? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I hate things. That's just where it landed.
my goodness,
It's a
number
great
10
movie.
for you. Wow.
It's a great movie.
We're never gonna hit a jackpot, Emmy. What the fuck? Never.
I know. I'm
Oh,
trying to
Emmy's
keep
fault
track
somehow.
now.
You
I
guys,
know.
you guys matched on Eternals. This is the first time I've ever matched anybody. This is great. Woohoo! Sorry.
But no, it's a great movie. I love seeing Shuri take that role, take that mantle. I just, I don't know. Something about it just didn't click for me. And I can't even put my finger on what it is. It's just
No Chadwick. I mean, let's call it what it is. I mean, without Black Panther,
I think,
Could be.
yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to be rude.
I
It's just-
cried
yeah.
at the beginning of the movie. I cried at the end of the movie. I cried again when I watched it with friends at the beginning of the movie. Cried again at the end. Like, it's a very emotional movie for me, but there's something about the story that just didn't. I don't know.
Oh, I love
it's
the
not.
story.
It,
Could
again,
also
it's
be
not one
if
that I want to go back to.
I mean, I took Psych 101 twice because I was that good at it. To me, it's telling that you cried so much during this movie, and yet it's number 10. Maybe you just don't like crying. Maybe that's the.
No, I love crying.
Oh,
I do it all the time.
Doing it often doesn't mean you enjoy it. It's the same reason as me eating McDonald's. I eat it because
Oh, I love
I
McDonald's.
have to,
God, I love McDonald's. Yeah. Damn.
but I don't enjoy it.
Oh, I do. That's my problem. I love it, and I love it, and I hate myself for loving it. So either way, but it's good.
I love bad bitches. That's my fucking problem.
Oh man. Never mind. I can't say that. Okay. So Falcon and the Winter Soldier, a story for bros, loved by bros. Because
I mean, there it is.
that's all I got to say about that. Fucking great story. One of my favorite podcast moments we've ever had. We were able to bring a listener on, CJ, and talk about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier to me. And I was so blindsided that I was not ready to learn from a Marvel TV show. And I was team, why the fuck is it not Captain America and the Winter Soldier? Why the fuck is Falcon not taking on the mantle? He has the shield at the end of Endgame. What are we doing? And this show shut me the fuck up so quick about what it means to be. It was so good.
White.
Just everything about being white. And I loved it. No, it was really good. It was great storytelling. It told me that it's not an easy, it's an easy decision for you, Brandon, but not for a man who's conflicted with his values and his country and the way he's been historically treated, or, you know, and it was just, it opened up my eyes a lot. We had listeners pour in their thoughts, and it was one of the most interactive shows we've ever had. And it was literally the most compelling thing, I think, when it came to learning and broadening my thoughts and purviews of the world. And anything that can do that, I fucking adore. And Falcon and the Winter Soldier did that, all while telling the story of Captain America. And I cannot wait for Captain America, The Lion King, or New World Order, or A Brand New World, or A Whole New World. I don't know what the hell they're calling it now, but I cannot, I don't care at this point. I just can't wait to see Sam continue his story. And I love this show. I really do. And it was because it sat me on my ass and said, listen in, let me teach you a thing or two. And I thank you. Thank you, Marvel. And thank you to our wonderful listeners who wrote in, and it was fucking awesome. I fucking love it. Great show.
Well, I was going to say, okay, so I looked up the showrunner again, Malcolm Spellman. Malcolm Spellman, taking the fact that he had worked on Empire as well, and the fact that he took the time and the care to deliver this show that dealt with that kind of thing is so fucking good. I would have been so pissed off if they didn't address that.
Yep.
Because that's the best thing about comic books, is when they deal with social commentary, when they actually address that kind of thing. And it's not the type of thing you expect Disney, of all companies, to do, because in the past they just don't. They just ignore it. So Marvel is bringing a certain level of awareness and pay attention to what the people are thinking about, kind of thing. So I was so excited that they did it that way. This agreed. Well said, Brandon. That's what I would say too.
Wonderful.
And I want to say too that one of the best scenes of that entire show was Anthony Mackie in the full Captain America, like his full costume, like that reveal.
That is the last six.
Such a good costume.
It's so funny because I swore I wasn't going to buy any 1/6 scale figures after the Infinity Saga wrapped up, and I have one 1/6 scale figure, one that I've bought from Phase 4 and 5, and it's Anthony Mackie's Captain America. So
I mean, it's
that was the exception. That was the exception. I love that costume.
That's the ugly Christmas sweater that I was starting to like. I still need to purchase it. Maybe I will tomorrow. Payday. Woo. That's the Captain America that I would get, because I've seen that sweater and I'm like, I know there's earlier Caps. I love Chris Evans. He was perfect as Steve Rogers, but it's
Anthony Mackie's perfect as Sam.
I love that Captain America doesn't have powers now. I love that he's just a dude who could die at any time. The stakes are so fucking high now. So it's
well said.
I can't wait to see what happens next. All right, 9th place. You guys ready?
Let's do it.
I don't know.
Yes,
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
I don't know.
Here we go.
She's looking at her notes. She's like, "You guys are gonna be so mad."
All right. Here we go.
I feel like the next two should be switched, but I don't know. It depends on the mood.
Oh, press it. I gotta know now.
Press it. It's happening.
All right. Okay. So Emmy is ensuring that no way in hell we're getting a jackpot. She threw in Shang-Chi at number 9. We've talked about Hawkeye. We've talked about Miss Marvel. Shang-Chi, Emmy, number 9.
I just liked other stuff better. I love Shang-Chi. I think that is a great movie. And like I said...
How dare you?
Like I said, I do think that the next two should have been switched depending on my mood.
We might have to
go number 8. Huh?
We might have to go straight to number 8 just to continue that conversation. I'm curious now, but
I'm curious. Yeah, I'm really curious what the mood switch would be. I mean, I've already talked about Hawkeye.
Yeah, and I've talked Miss Marvel, fucking fantastic. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah,
loved it.
Let's move to 8.
Let's do it. Number 8.
What did Emmy mean?
Okay. All right.
So Shang-Chi and Hawkeye.
Good. Yeah, because I feel like I give a lot of credit to Hawkeye because that is a show that made me like Hawkeye when I thought he was a fucking loser.
I still can't believe it's this high.
Shocked.
Still can't believe it.
I was shocked to learn that it was this high on your list. For sure.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like I give a lot of credit to that, so I think maybe Hawkeye should be number 9 because I do think that I would. Okay, well,
too late.
Both of them, they're very interchangeable. I love things about both of them. Yeah. Shang-Chi is so fucking good. That is such a good movie. Awkwafina is amazing in it. Simu Liu, oh man.
But what makes Hawkeye better? What sang to you more than Shang-Chi?
I think it's the credit that I'm giving it because I was like, nobody wants a Hawkeye show, and then I was like, this is actually a good fucking show.
It was a great fucking show.
And Kate Bishop, honestly, I love Kate Bishop. Kate Bishop is awesome.
I do think expectations do play a huge part, though. Sometimes when you go in with low expectations and you're really surprised, it can really catapult something. And the other way around, I've gone in with high expectations and completely, like Quantumania. I think it's brought it down huge for me because I thought it was going to be Avengers 4.5. So I think that's a fair ranking for where your expectations were at going into the show, Emmy. So, yeah.
Yeah, made me like it.
I just want to touch base real quick on Shang-Chi because you had it, technically we had it 8, sort of, kind of, not really, but then it kind of flip-flopped. But I love Shang-Chi and a compelling story, wonderful CG, and Awkwafina. Awkwafina is one of my favorite actresses, period, and it was because of Shang-Chi. I could watch her over and over, especially just her in that car at the very beginning and talking about her being Jeff Gordon. I was like, this is someone who would easily be a ride or die with me. This would be someone I could easily see just being someone I would want to hang out with, and just, I don't know. She just seems so fucking fantastic. I love her. I absolutely love her. This movie made me the biggest fan of hers, and I will support anything she's in. She was on Saturday Night Live. You better believe I tuned in immediately when I knew that, because I had to see more Awkwafina. I just think she's fantastic. Shang-Chi is a really fucking wonderful story too, and the fucking fighting, the fight scenes, holy fucking shit, it is still some of the most visceral and amazing, different take on fights than we've ever seen in the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe with the martial arts style. Oh my God, Michelle Yeoh. I still think we need more Michelle Yeoh, and her in the MCU. Keep going, please. It's a fucking fantastic story. Shang-Chi, it just tells me how great this top 10 is, because if it's number 8 or number 9 on anyone's list, I don't know. I can't say enough great things about it. And Keith even has it ranked higher. And well deserved. So sorry, love it, love Shang-Chi.
My reason for putting Wakanda Forever here isn't really like it's not because I don't find anything bad about it specifically. I think that losing Chadwick is a huge focal point with how strong the first Black Panther movie was, but they had a good. Like I said, I think it was in the State of the MCU episode. We have a good script and a great cast acting the shit out of that script in this movie. So I place it really high on my list because of that. But I just think that the script could have been maybe a little cleaner, maybe a little better, but they had the right people in the roles. So came out high.
I think the reason I didn't like it is because Queen Ramonda.
What?
I think that put a no. I'm sorry that she, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, that she dies.
You knew ahead of time?
No, I think that the fact that she dies in that movie, I'm like, yeah.
It was impactful. I loved it. I don't want her to die.
It was impactful, but I was like it leaves a bad taste in my mouth for that movie.
Like she's the best actor, and then she goes, and you're like, damn. I get that. I get that.
Angela Bassett was easily my favorite
fabulous
part in Black Panther Wakanda Forever. And I love when a movie feels like it has stakes, and when I lose something, I feel like I've lost something. I loved it. I don't want to lose her in the MCU, but at the same time, bravo what a fucking performance to go out on. Because damn,
Yeah.
what a. I was like, oh shit, and she got nominated for plenty of awards, and rightfully so. She deserved all of them and more from me personally, because I remember watching it. There's times when I'm watching an MCU project, I'm like, oh, this is special. Like this actor's portrayal is special. And Angela Bassett in Wakanda Forever, I immediately, when she's talking, I can't remember if it's, I'll have to watch it back, but she was going off on somebody, and I remember thinking, this is
the council. I've lost my husband. I've lost my son.
I said this, and I remember just thinking to myself, this is a special moment here. And for me to, like, in the middle of being enthralled in a movie, to sit back and almost be taken aback by a performance and know I'm seeing something special. I don't know. It's just so amazing. I love her.
Honestly, a part of me wished there was, like, she was fantastic in it, and I think that she got exactly the right amount of screen time for it. I kind of wanted a little bit more Lupita Nyong'o and Denai Guerrera. I love their characters, Okoye, and if you're trying to remember Lupita's character name,
Nakia.
Yes, fucking great. I was just really glad that she was in it as much as she was. Going on a mission on her own was fantastic. But a part of me rewatching, I think I wanted a little bit more.
Same, especially after that first movie, for sure. Yeah, agreed.
Nakia was so
lucky number 7.
Okay, so we have 7 left, and I want you guys to know that there are 5 movies that none of us have mentioned.
There's a chance.
Or 5 movies and TV shows. All
right, there's a chance.
Way to do the math on that. Thank you.
Are you surprised? Our resident math whiz and check writer, Emmy. All right, let's do it.
Check writer.
Hell yeah.
Nobody writes checks anymore. I'm not a grandma.
Oh no! Oh fuck!
No, I'm just kidding. But yes, I'm going to. Emmy, why don't you agree with us?
Because that movie made me cry.
Love it.
Well, to me, it sounds like this. To me, in talks with both of you, this movie made Brandon cry more. Is what it sounded like. This killed Brandon.
It did.
But it did. I mean, yeah.
I tried putting it on recently, and I had to turn it off after 5 minutes. I couldn't put it on again.
One of my teacher friends is a vegan, and she's very sensitive about animal rights, and she won't go to zoos. She's very, very, very sensitive to those kinds of things. And she was like, "Do you think that I could watch Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3?" And I was like, "No, Caitlin, absolutely do not. Like, please don't.
Not a chance."
And she was like, "I really love the Guardians movies," and I'm like, "I know, I completely understand that, but do not watch that movie."
Fair.
Yeah. I mean, that's. I think that one of my criteria is that the rewatchability. I always think, like, okay, when I'm comparing 2 movies, I'm like, which one would I put on right now?
Yeah.
I don't think that I need to watch Guardians of the Galaxy for the next 5 years, because I will bawl my eyes out.
That's how much it killed. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair.
I mean, a great movie, but oh god, so heartbreaking. Also, I see Daddy on screen right now. I might need a minute.
All right. Well, while she's collecting ourselves, Keith and I will talk on Daddy for a brief moment. Moon Knight touched on mental health. It also touched on growing up in a household where sometimes your guardians are not those set out to protect you, and it's something you wrestle with your whole life, whether you blame them, whether you accept them, or whether you just kind of, I think in my own experience, I've just learned to make peace with it.
You have to.
Yeah, and so this show, I think, peeled back a lot of my personal layers, and I think that's why it's number 7 for me. And plus a fucking compelling fucking show. And Oscar Isaac is a fucking genius. Every single one of his different characters, and there's 3 of them, and I know we just saw one for just a quick moment, but still they felt like independent versions of themselves. I fucking love Moon Knight. I it's honestly one of my most anticipated people. I can't wait to see whenever he pops up again. And a fantastic show. And here's what Emmy thinks about it. It's higher than 7, and I can't disagree with her at all. It is.
Look at that poster. Look at that fucking
I think it's
poster.
one of the best posters Marvel's ever put out. I agree.
Me too.
Well, Emmy, okay, for 2 different reasons, I guess. Keith, number 7 for you as well, man.
I love that it deals with mental illness. I love that it deals with a very interesting thing that doesn't get a lot of what's the right word? Research. I think that people have done drama series and stuff on multiple personality disorder or dissociated identity disorder. Dissociated identity disorder, is that the word?
Disassociative.
Dissociative.
Yeah.
Identity disorder.
Identity.
Perfect. Yeah. I'm drunk as shit right now because we've been drinking for every reason.
Hell yeah!
I apologize.
Hey! 6 to go.
The fact that it was featured really well, and I know that the creators did a lot of research beforehand, was really interesting and awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And Oscar Isaac, my God, that guy can just bring a whole bunch of people in to cry at whatever he's going to do next. And I just loved I love that we start with Steven, which is just such a compelling and a character that draws us in. And
he's
Ethan
perfect.
Hawke is great. And just, I can't wait to see what they do next. They need to bring him in as soon as possible.
Yep.
Which I know is going to be hard, but it's one of those projects that I don't think when they started they ever thought they were going to try. So it's not unsimilar to them taking a risk on Guardians of the Galaxy 1.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that they take risks. I'm glad that they follow through with the comics that people are compelled to and interested in, because they make some good stories.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Number 7.
Number 6.
Let's do it. 6.
Number 6.
Damn.
Oh my goodness, Keith, we put Eternals we forgot about Eternals, Emmy.
I wondered if you would.
Oh, I did.
That movie has gotten better every time I watch it. It is so
Look at me.
It is nothing like anything else Marvel's put out. It doesn't feel like a Marvel movie, and I kind of love it for that reason. It feels so different. The special effects are so fun. The powers are done so well. The cast, the main bunch is so diverse. Not 2 people have the same fucking accent, let alone the same background. And it's so cool to me to just, I don't know. I love it more and more every time I watch it because of the way it was told in one long ass movie. And I know there's a ton of people on Discord that are going to say, should have been a series. When I first watched it, I agreed. But I've watched it several times since, and I've gone, I really like the way that they jumped back and forth in the times. It was so cool. I love it more every time I watch.
Oh, wow. All right.
But it's so long.
It is long, I know, but I'm used to watching like Gladiator, Beautiful Mind, Shawshank Redemption, this shit that I watched probably 50 times each. And I'm like, yeah, give me a 4-hour movie, you motherfucker.
Oh, no.
Surprise me.
Keith,
put that out there.
Keith, stop.
Marvel, give me a 4-hour movie. I dare.
No, he keeps
going. Kevin Feige shitting.
Emmy number.
Kevin Feige's like, well, good. We have all the reshoots.
Oh, that's crazy.
Let's just give them the whole movie.
Well, that's awesome, though. That is really, really awesome. Emmy, number 6 for you, Miss Marvel. You really, really loved it.
I did. I thought it was so adorable. I loved every second of it. It's so fun.
Yeah.
I love Iman Vellani. I love Miss Marvel. I love her character.
She's wonderful.
I loved all the little Easter eggs too that you saw. Like there was the Ant-Man in the subway, like the poster in the background, and just all these like really cool things. And it was a really, really interesting story told in a really interesting way about like the background of her family, the partition of India and Pakistan, and it just like you guys said about Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Like it started a conversation, I feel like, for something that I was unaware of.
Well said.
Again. Marvel's doing right in that area,
Love that.
Good
in my
point.
opinion.
Great.
Very good point.
Great take. I Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special, Keith said something so wonderful, and I could not agree more with. This made you fall in love with Mantis. Like, the character Mantis, she always kind of felt like on the outside, because obviously with Guardians 2, with this, she was part of it. She was part of it, and she was not
brought
only
in.
Yeah, she was not only part of it, she was a funny focal point that was wonderful, and she just was so, her and Drax, literally, their chemistry is fantastic. Those two, I could watch anything with those two.
Emmy, not sexual chemistry.
I know that's why I made the face, because that's what I
come
heard
on,
initially.
but come on.
Just
They
as
do-
a couple of platonic bros, man.
Jeez, man.
They're just friends.
And the
dude.
fact-
I
no
know.
one wants them to get together. I hope no one wants them to.
And
They'd
I wouldn't be
terrible.
mad. I wouldn't be mad.
No. And two of the highest compliments I can give this show is, one, it's on my Christmas rotation now. Like, I have a very niche group of Christmas things that I like to watch.
Niche.
I always say niche group of Christmas things that I like to watch, and this is now part of it. I really, really enjoy that. And there's 2 Christmas songs on here that I put on my rotation. So
good.
So if you can do that all while it's Guardians of the Galaxy, I mean, watch the Star Wars Christmas special. I will tell you, major franchises can fuck up holiday specials big time.
The Power Rangers.
There is just stupid shit. And Marvel,
Well, even the fact that this got made because of that lark, that idea that holiday specials are silly,
so bad.
So why not have the silly ones make one?
And
then it's like, oh wow, we made a great one.
And Guardians fucking did it, and exactly, it lifted up, it bridged the gap between Volume 2 and Volume 3, while standing on its own, where you can just put it on, spin it for Christmas, and it's so great. Fucking wonderful. It was I knew it would be good, because it's Guardians and it's a holiday. I didn't think it'd be fucking fantastic, and it is. To me, it is fucking fantastic. It is a staple every Christmas now, and I know that because I've watched it, I think, 2 or 3 times already, and it's December 14th, and I cannot wait to watch it again. And Earthlings are so weird.
The fact that my wife is not a Marvel fan, and I put this on thinking, you know what, I have to watch this because I'm rewatching everything. I'm putting it on because it's in the right order.
Yep.
And it comes up at this point, and I put it on, and she didn't want me to shut it off. She just she would draw on her iPad, and then she'd look up every now and then and go,
yeah.
And she'd go back. And I was like, yeah, you fucking like the Guardians.
Good.
I know you do.
It's good.
Usually for Rocket and Groot, but no, this is still good.
It's good.
Oh no. Did everything change for you guys?
It did change for me. It did change for me. Okay. Oh, I think we're back. Good.
Oh,
panic attack. Top 5, guys. Are we ready?
Oh.
Ready.
All right. Let's do it.
There's still 3. There's still 3.
Okay. Number 5.
Number 5 coming up.
Oh no.
There it is.
Oh,
damn.
My goodness. Yeah.
What do you have to say for yourselves?
We're never hitting a jackpot. God damn it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I put Guardians 3 here for no reason other than I like it 5th most. I don't know what to say.
That's gotta. I agree. Like, Loki is fucking fantastic, and I honestly think the reason why it's 5, maybe season 1 a little bit, even though season 1 was fantastic. Season 2, especially the ending, was such a great way to end the show. It's a fun, fantastic, thrilling 12 episodes. They deserve to be together. And that's what we're ranking, by the way. If you see Loki season 2, it's actually all of Loki. We ranked it as one individual.
Yes, the poster is Loki season 2, but it is meant it as the only one. It's the only show.
Correct. To me, you can watch them all together. I loved it, but I loved 4 things more. And I think that's where we're at. And Emmy, what do you have to say for yourself Fucker.
Yeah, what the fuck, Emmy?
What
We
the
came back from the
fuck,
pandemic,
Emmy?
and WandaVision wasn't your go-to.
Fuck you, Emmy.
savior of
Number
the world.
5. Why don't you just call it fuck off 5? God.
I loved WandaVision. I loved how crazy it made me, how many crazy, stupid conspiracy theories I had about it.
It was so cool to listen to you guys every
Absolutely
week.
loved it.
Oh, we loved it.
It was so awesome.
It was, but like you guys said, I loved 4 things more. I loved 4 things more.
And they're all, it looks like at least number 4 is going to be all different again. Oh,
yeah.
I kind of want to spin it.
Shit, here we go.
Spin
oh,
it.
no.
Here we go.
Oh, no. Oh, no, Emmy says. Oh, no.
Daddy!
There it is.
Wow. All 3 we've seen before.
Yeah.
All 3, but all in our top 4 for different. How cool is that? Oh, I love that.
Cool.
That it made our top 4 for everyone. Moon Knight is Emmy's top 4. Black Panther Wakanda Forever made my top 4. Really, the fucking weight of that entire movie, and they pulled it the fuck off.
Yeah.
Fuck all.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say about that. That movie felt heavy and big, and it was so goddamn good. And Shuri, Wakanda Forever, man.
Yeah.
Fucking loved it.
Yeah. Shuri was a great. I'm glad they didn't do the recasting thing, because Shuri taking over the mantle, she has been Black Panther in the comics. Shuri, the actress, Letitia, right?
Yep, Letitia Wright.
Fucking fantastic in the first movie. So why wouldn't she be in the next one? Like, don't not give her the opportunity.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yep.
just see how it goes. Just do that.
It was great.
And if people like it, great. If people love it, you know what to do next. And it's like,
loved it.
Anyways. Yeah.
And Shang-Chi.
I'm glad Moon Knight was even higher on Emmy's list than ours.
Oh, of course.
Sense.
That makes sense.
How much daddy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Roll up the sleeve.
Pushing up those sleeves, man.
Man, she loves some rolled up sleeves.
I was thinking about that, and Prince Eric, Jack Dawson from Titanic. Like, it is a pattern, y'all.
When you said Prince Eric and then you said Jack Dawson, this is literally all I heard. Prince Eric, when he jacked off, like, I swear, like, I know
you gotta roll up your sleeve when you're Prince Eric and jacking off. It's a very different
I wasn't
time.
ready for it, but yeah, no, Jack Dawson rolls up his sleeves. And as we saw with our Loki review, you like a rolled up sleeve. You really do.
And with Loki, yeah,
with Loki,
it is a thing. I have learned something about my 34-year-old self.
Do not kink shame Emmy. Do not come after her. She likes a rolled up sleeve.
You dare.
Yeah.
Rolled up sleeve, man.
That's it.
But aside from that,
is there an aside?
Oh, I didn't know that. Sorry.
The show is also
wonderful.
It's also very good. I really enjoyed it. I know that some people who are fans of Moon Knight comics, Matt, I understand that it was a little bit disappointing for you, but as someone who's not familiar with the comics, like I loved every bit of it. I thought it was really cool. I thought it was different. I loved the Egypt part of it. Like that was like a whole new realm that they dove into.
Yep.
But it was also still a little bit mystical and out there. So yeah. And I loved Khonshu. Bless you.
This is where I'm at in my rewatch, because I just finished watching No Way Home. So now it's like I'm into 2022. I'm watching Moon Knight next. I haven't started it yet, but it's not lost on me that the motherfucker named Moon Knight has a fight in a jousting arena. I love that.
Yes.
That happens.
Yeah.
I just never thought about it before. I was like, wait a minute. There's a moment where they're all hitting him with jousting. What are they called? Joust? I don't know.
No. What are they called? Sticks.
Javelins?
Yeah, I think it's sticks.
Oh, sticks. Yeah.
And then they all
no, I know the name for those.
Well, then say it.
Hold on.
Sticks?
They're
I love how she says she knows the name and then just completely.
No, I can't. I can't. It's on the tip of my tongue. Give me a minute.
You're gonna Google it. You're gonna Google it.
No,
I feel like honestly, it's one of the most forgettable names ever, because I've watched Game of Thrones like 6 times. And I've never remembered what the fuck.
Hands up before you guess, Emmy. You put those hands down. I know you're googling it.
Okay, it's a
hockey puck.
Javelin. Ha!
That's what I said. Did you not hear me?
Is it a javelin?
I said javelin. No
Oh,
one.
I didn't hear you say
Oh
it.
my God. Okay. Well, I said javelin. Let the audio come back and you will all know it.
This is a video podcast. We're not doing the audio.
You know there's audio.
Hell, Lance!
Oh,
So you heard me self-consciously because you said javelin.
self-consciously.
You were like,
He's
javelin.
everyone's favorite NSYNC member.
Lance.
God damn it.
Yeah, no
Oh,
wonder
I
no
like
one.
Joey. He's really nice. I got to talk to him.
He seems like a nice guy.
He's really nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like Joey better than Lance.
I gotta throw it to Keith though, real quick though. Number 4, Shang-Chi.
I love Shang-Chi. I was a huge fan of Jackie Chan movies growing up, and when Shang-Chi beat the shit out of a bunch of people on a bus,
Yes.
I was like,
Yes.
yes! And then it became a little bit more of the Yimou Zhang kung fu movies where it was like Hero
Mhm.
or like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Like there is a shit ton of great kung fu movies that were called upon when making this one.
Yep.
And I was just happy to see that kind of representation in it, because not only is this the only and still the only Marvel movie with Asian representation to the max, it's like, I want to see what they're going to do next. I want to see what they're going to bring out of the history of martial arts films and kung fu films and bring it to Marvel. I want to keep seeing that reference, because if they're like, they have a ton of stuff coming out of China in the film industry. It's a ton of stuff that is very low budget made, but they figured out how to accomplish it, and it's so impressive. I've always been a fan of that. So Shang-Chi was an easy win for me, because I was like, yes, not only is Simu Liu like Canadian, but
Fine.
everything else in it is like, oh my God, I know that person. I know that person. I know that person. It was just
wonderful.
Really cool.
Wonderful. All right. Top 3, guys.
All right. Oh my gosh.
Here we go.
There's still one none of us have said.
Oh, okay. I know which one it is.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
Bam!
I knew it.
This is your Iron Man 2. This is your
Everyone drank, right?
All right.
Everyone's drinking.
Drinking.
Cheers.
Cheers. All right.
We agreed that if 2 of us link up, I continue to drink.
Yes. So
Yes. And if none of us link up, we continue to drink.
yes. And if all of us link up, we continue to drink. But Emmy, the
Show
Marvels.
what you're drinking.
is this a case of most recent like bias? Is this you know what I mean? Because I'm just saying, this, hey, just saying.
I mean, I will say that I am very bad at doing that, because like I was putting these in here and I was like, I remember doing that review and I was like, I loved it.
Yeah.
And then like looking back on it, it's like, okay, all right, with time it like loses its glitter a little bit.
That's why we shove a microphone in Emmy's face like a day after we watch the movie.
Yeah.
She'll bring the positive energy. We give it a week later. She's like, it was okay. But the day after, fuck yeah, it's all great.
The Marvels, however, I do think is going to withstand the test of time. Like this is
okay.
And honestly, it's kind of funny that it hit 3rd place, because that's where Iron Man 2 is in my other list.
That's hilarious.
They are linked up.
That's what perfectly. I said. This is your Iron Man 3. It's your magnum opus.
No, shut up. No, Iron Man 3.
Oh,
no.
sorry, Iron Man 2.
No.
Sorry.
We've been over this.
Sorry.
Nobody here likes Iron Man 3 but Keith. That's fine.
It's okay. It's
Iron Man 2. Iron Man 2 is the true gem. But no, this movie, it again, like Iron Man 2, it just hits all the puzzle pieces. There's a musical number.
Right.
There, I'm sorry, spoiler alert for the Marvels. There's Flurkins. It's amazing. And also, I'm looking at this screen right now, and I see myself as Captain Marvel. And I don't think I've mentioned this on air, but something that the Marvels made me realize and think about. You don't see. Oh, look, there's me on Keith's t-shirt too. Fuck the patriarchy.
Yeah.
You
Fuck the
don't
patriarchy.
see little boys dressing up as girl superheroes very often. I have not seen it personally, but you always see little girls be like, "I'm Spider-Man," or "I'm gonna be Iron Man." You know, like you see girls dressing up as boys superheroes, but you don't see the opposite. And when we were at Comic-Con, GalaxyCon in Columbus, I thought I saw a man dressed up as Captain Marvel. I think I was wrong because my eyes aren't very good and I wasn't wearing my glasses.
Yeah.
But just thinking for a second, like, oh, there's a man dressed up as a woman, like superhero, just for a second, like that thought was like, holy shit, like that is amazing.
And look at our
And
artwork.
yeah, and so the t-shirt, which is only available until the end of the year.
Yeah, grab it now at
our
Avengers
t-shirt,
Podcast.
like I don't know, I looked at it the other day and I was like, damn,
We're setting the bar.
Love that statement.
Yep, we're setting it. Damn it.
Yeah.
Get your t-shirt at ABINGERSPodcast.com/shop. Yeah, until the end of the year. Then it's gone forever. And don't come complaining to us if you can't find it. So yeah,
Keith, I love it. Your modeling skills are fantastic.
Keith, man, on fire.
Took a class.
This movie, like, truly, like you said, I nerded out on the podcast about it. Like I truly feel it. Like it hit me a certain way.
All right. Well, now that we got done talking about kind of a number 10, 11 movie, let's talk about a top 3 show. Let's talk about WandaVision. Shall we, Keith? Yeah, WandaVision. I'm just going to call it what it is. I still think the ending didn't hit as hard, but even with the ending, that was not as much of a exclamation point I wanted. It put me in such an amazing thrill ride every single week. The storytelling, the way they paid tribute to these older classic. I grew up with my mother watching like old Dick Van Dyke, Brady Bunch, all these older shows, and to relive those and the Roseannes and the Full Houses and all that stuff as well. I felt like I was going back in time, and I thought it was such a wink and a nod to classic television, and also while painting such an intriguing and thought-provoking story that left you on the edge of your seat. The end of those first 2 episodes really was, in the third and the fourth and even the fifth, you were just, what the fuck is going on in Westview? Like, it was just so good, and I will never, ever, that has not been duplicated in any Marvel Studios show since. And Elizabeth Olsen was fucking fantastic. Paul Bettany was fucking fantastic. The supporting cast was absolutely electric. All these spies and these agents that were working kind of 2 different roles, one as their Westview counterpart and the other as themselves as agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., it was so captivating. And that's the one word I will use to describe WandaVision: captivating. And I loved this show so fucking much, and it will always, there will be nothing like this ever again from Marvel Studios. I don't see how there ever could be. I can see a lot of different things being duplicated again in some form or fashion, in some kind of way. WandaVision feels just so unique to me, and it's why it's number 3. I don't think anything will ever come close to it.
For me, honestly, WandaVision sets a standard for going against the grain of what people expect from a gigantic thing like Disney or a gigantic thing like Marvel Studios at this point. They're doing something weird. Mm-hmm. They're doing something weird, and they're doing something mysterious.
Yep.
And they're not explaining what they're doing, but I love the way it was portrayed to us. And not only did all the actors do such a great job, but just bringing how weird Wanda's character in the comics is. Like, Vision is weird in his own right. Don't get me wrong, but the Scarlet Witch character is so fucking strange, and I'm glad that they represented it in a way that was both heroic and chaotic and scary.
Yep.
Because that's always the best way to show what the Scarlet Witch has been. So I was stunned by the daringness of the show, as well as just the fact that we got Darcy and we got Jimmy Woo. That was so awesome.
Yep.
We got introduced to Monica for the first time.
Yep.
That was a great way to introduce her. But my God, like, Scarlet Witch is fucking strange.
Yep.
She's a strange character. She lives between villain and hero.
Yep.
And always has. So I'm glad that they did that. Was it all taken away from me immediately afterwards?
Yes.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But we won't get into that. But
yeah, exactly. But on its own,
it's a very bold show for MCU.
Right. We're gonna find out through number 2 if we have a jackpot or not. Hold your breath, everybody.
Oh God.
Oh man. So I'm the odd man out here, but I'm so happy to see these shows right here and these movies because I know what's coming up. I'm just gonna touch base real quick on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I don't think I've ever cried harder in a movie in my entire life. Period. I don't think I've ever driven home and literally had tears pouring down my eyes as much as Guardians 3. Rocket is a character that I did not want in the MCU at all. And I thought, well, we had a great, grounded, realistic feeling Marvel Cinematic Universe, and now you're going to fucking introduce a raccoon in space. Way to go. And after the first Guardians movie, I shut the fuck up because I just trusted Marvel from that point on. And I fell in love with Rocket, fell in love with the group of Guardians. And just to make a very long story short, Rocket, his guttural screams, his absolute, and Bradley Cooper, he did an interview recently where he talked about when he was screaming, he was thinking about his own family member dying, a real life situation, and using that pain from his real life experience. And he's like, and he says it, I love Rocket. I fucking love that character. And I poured my own pain into him during that recording. And you feel it, and it's not anything other than one of the most gorgeous takes on I don't know. It just made me hug my dog tighter. It made me, it just made me appreciate every little moment, even when my dog is, I'm trying to work and he's putting a tennis ball at my feet. Like, hey dude, let's go play. I'm like, oh, dude, I can't, I got to work. Just made me want, every time he does that, I just want to love on him now, you know? And, I know I'm being very long-winded, but this is my number 2. And
understandable.
I love it. I love it. And the way they told such a story, they even told a story about addiction with Peter Quill, you know, where he was struggling at the beginning. These Guardians aren't perfect, and they never have been, and they never will be. But that's what makes them so fucking lovable, is in such a cosmic and even further out in space than I think we've ever been with them. And yet it all just felt so earned, and arguably the best villain we've seen since Thanos, arguably. I think it was just such a great movie. And give me a fucking fight scene to the Beastie Boys any day of the fucking week. It is Guardians 3, hands down. Just, I can't applaud it enough. I can barely watch the movie again just because of how deep it immediately resonates with me the moment I hear Creep, the acoustic version by Radiohead, playing at the very beginning. I immediately get somber and depressed again. But it's the movie. And that movie, to me, stories are what they make you feel, and movies are what they make you feel. And I feel when I watch Guardians 3. So
there.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's interesting. Volume 3 and the Marvels both used the Beasties.
Wow.
Beastie Boys.
This is what happens when we celebrate every
Beasties Boy.
Beasties Boys. Beastie Boys.
Beasties Boy.
Woo!
Yay.
Guys, you guys have Loki.
They both featured songs.
I'm gonna sit back and let you guys talk Loki for a minute.
God. I'd be
Do you wanna
daddy
go
number
first?
2, first of all.
Yeah. Yeah. One thing me and Emmy got over you is we are attracted to men.
Yes. It's fair. It's fair. It's fair. I got it.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, you go ahead, Keith.
Oh, I mean, I understand Brandon's reason for loving Guardians of the Galaxy 3 more. I think that, like, I experienced my wife losing her, like, childhood pet a couple years ago, and I, a year later, got my first ever pet. So she's 4 at this point, and I will probably one day look back on this movie and have a completely different look at it because of that reason alone. I think everything else in this movie was done incredibly well in Guardians 3. For me, Loki just, I think, screams a certain amount of hope for what they're doing and hiring the right people. I
Yes.
love time travel stuff so much. And it will always reign true to me as something that they did well long after people were starting to doubt them. And it's very exciting to see something done so cohesively. So I really want that future Disney Plus shows do it the same way Loki does, where they think of a little bit more like tightly wound cohesive storylines instead of just random branching things that could just go on to be in movies. So I think Loki will set a standard. I'd like to see that in the future.
Yeah, I couldn't say it better myself. It was just such a perfect story arc for the character of Loki as we know him. And this is another expectations thing, I think, that I wasn't fully on the Loki train whenever they announced that they were doing a Loki series. But by the end of the first series, I was like, wow, yeah, sign me up. I'm in. He just had such a redeeming character arc that I was absolutely sucked in and just so invested in his story that I think that it deserves. It was first place, second place, first place, second place. I mean, it was like,
all right.
It is up there for sure. It is definitely, in my opinion, the best show.
God, what could our first places be?
Guys,
I'm pretty sure it's I Am Groot, isn't it?
I never thought. But you know what? I'm feeling lucky tonight. I think we're going to draw a jackpot. Let's see what number 1 is, everybody.
God, come on. Big money, big money, big money, big money, big money. Holy fucking shit. We got there.
Oh my God.
Fucking A. Yes.
Look at it.
That's so nice. No Way Home. Spider-Man, No Way Home. Go frickin' figure.
Oh my God.
And since that's the number 1,
yep,
and we all got it, that's like $1 bajillion, right?
A bajillion.
It's way more a bajillion.
Did you wash your ass today?
I did, actually.
What the hell was that? What the hell was that?
I did wash my ass today. Thank you for asking.
That's what happens when Keith's allowed to play the videos. We'll never have that again.
Brandon, you've never seen that video in your life?
Never.
You've never seen that guy?
Never.
Oh my God.
No.
You guys call him Boomer Brandon for a reason.
That's it.
Emmy, you've never seen that guy?
I think I've seen him before, but like not like a whole
All
lot.
right, so there it is. We're both boomers. There it is.
I'm so young.
No,
I feel so young. I'm older than both of you by a couple months, but
maybe it's an old video thing.
Couple months. I'd try a couple years.
Oh,
Broski.
Hey,
maybe a year,
guys. Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Yeah, let's go back to that.
No, I'm sorry. Have you washed your ass today?
No.
Yeah, that's the real question.
No.
Let's go to that. Okay, we're gonna.
Jackpot swoop.
There we go. We won again. It's another $1 bajillion.
Man, we just won $2 bajillion. I'm just gonna start this out with I recently built the Lego Daily Bugle and I posted it on our Instagram stories. And during the Daily Bugle build, I watched all 3 Tobey movies. I watched the 2 Andrew Garfield movies and 1.5 of the Tom Holland movies. And I was annoyed because I didn't get through all of it. And I was like, I wanted to get to No Way Home, but I finished it before I got there. I still want to though, since I've already kind of started that last weekend. But all the while I was watching that, I really got a new appreciation over, especially Spider-Man 1 and 2. Love the very first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 1 and 2.
Okay.
Spider-Man 2 was fantastic. Still hated Spider-Man 3. But still, I really, really enjoyed that trilogy. I thought it told a nice story, even though I don't think it ended well. Andrew Garfield's Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, I think it was the first time I watched those movies back since seeing No Way Home, and they were better. They were even better.
Yes. Redemption arc.
And we loved them. We reviewed them on our Patreon, patreon.com/Avengers podcast. We did them back to back, and we all 3 loved Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. Like, really, we were all fans. We were all just clamoring. We all loved Andrew Garfield. So to like it more, it wasn't like, oh, I like Andrew Garfield now because No Way Home wrote him good. It was like, no, I love Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man, and now I get to go back and even enjoy movies I liked even more, which is great.
Yeah.
No Way Home, exactly to Keith, it had time travel. It had, well, not time travel. It had multiversal travel. It had
done very well.
Extremely well. I think it was the best use out of the multiverse we've seen in the Marvel Cinematic Universe ever. At this point right now, ever. And to not only, and I've said this in my review, but I'm going to say it again, not only to create a Spider-Man 4, an Amazing Spider-Man 3, and a Spider-Man Home Series Finale 3, and make them all cohesive and work and give proper story arcs, callbacks to Tobey Maguire's story arcs with fucking Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man catching MJ and making it all resonate, all while giving a fulfilling and satisfying conclusion and kind of that open-ended storybook to go with Tom Holland's Spider-Man. It did not have any right to be that good. And Willem Dafoe coming back as Green Goblin and being everything he was in the first Spider-Man movie and
the
more.
Audacity.
It was, I thought it was fantastic. Doc Ock was wonderful. Everything about this movie worked. Doctor Strange and Spider-Man together worked. This is top tier Marvel. This is top 5, top 3 all-time Marvel, in my opinion. I love it. I can't say enough great things about it. And to me, I once again, I don't think this will ever, I don't know how it could be duplicated, because this was a happy accident, as one of my heroes, Bob Ross, says, because they had all these Spider-Man movies and these Spider-Man franchises, and Marvel Studios didn't just say, well, here's our Spider-Man and here's a couple of guys that you know pretty well. They wrapped a bow around all of them and gave a gift to fans that will always cherish. And when I was in 7th grade, 8th grade, the first time I ever saw the very first Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire, I couldn't have imagined this many years later getting such a treat. And I'm done now. But fucking Spider-Man No Way Home, 10 out of 10, fucking fantastic. Love it.
You go.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead.
I think the biggest thing for me was that I went into this movie thinking if they do pull in Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, cool. If they don't, I'll be fine with that too. And then coming out of it and being like, holy fucking shit, they did it. Like that, they did it, and they didn't let on that they did it.
Yeah.
And I had no idea. It was such a shock, and yet also like they couldn't have done it any other way. It was so cool. And I know that you guys heard this on the podcast, but I did see it twice in a row. I did go see it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a big old, sorry, Clinton.
Yeah.
We were supposed to see it at like 7, and I was like, well, what am I going to do before then, between school and that? And the answer was go see the movie.
Fair.
And I mean, I've seen No Way Home, oh god, probably at least 7 or 8 times.
Oh, damn.
And it does not get old for me.
Well said.
It is, they did it so well.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I think that could have made this movie better is if they put Mysterio in there and made it truly like a Sinister Six. But other than that, and honest, like, I'm not even mad about that. Other than that, what's his name who came back as Doc Ock? Alfred Molina.
Molina, yeah.
Yes, fantastic.
Jamie Foxx's Electro.
Yes,
I mean, these are like such great villains. Like I like that Jamie Foxx's Electro kind of got a redemption arc.
Sure
in
did.
this.
Yes.
Sure did.
And
He was way better.
Yes, he was.
Yes. And it just highlighted so many good things, and it pointed out so many of the things that were like in like the Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield. It like poked fun where it needed to poke fun.
Yes.
It kind of like it didn't retcon, but it was like we know that this was shit.
Like, well said.
We understand.
Well said.
Like we get it. We see it. Yeah. And I gotta say too, I am a nerd about some Ship of Theseus stuff from WandaVision. The coolest line in any Marvel movie is,
oh, here we go.
It's cooler than magic. math and then
Yes.
Doctor Strange into that
Yeah.
weird dimension. And okay, you got me there. Yeah, that is fucking cool.
Yep.
It's not. It's kind of nerdy as fuck, but whatever. It's cool to me.
Still.
Yeah.
So on my rewatch, like I say, like Moon Knight is next. On my rewatch, I watched No Way Home maybe 2 days ago.
Yeah.
I submitted my ranking before that. I was like, I know I'm gonna put No Way Home first. I doubled down on that when I watched it 2 days ago.
Nice.
Holy
Yeah.
shit,
Nice.
this movie has no right to be this well constructed. The fact that they brought 3 different Spider-Men into the same thing, and I was pissed off when I heard that. Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I was pissed off when I heard that the idea of a variant could be that they look entirely different, and it's just to bring in the Sony shit. And it's like I was like, nope, not a fan. No, that's stupid. That's weird. The fact that they tied it so well together and they convinced me that it was correct and a great way to do it, I was baffled by the fact that it was acted so well, given so much to Tom Holland. Still, with these 2 other previous Spider-Man, in no way did I feel he was overshadowed, which is incredible.
Right.
Zendaya is incredible. Doctor Strange is incredible. Like, everybody in this movie shines. You got way better versions of characters like Green Goblin and Electro. Like, I did not like Amazing Spider-Man 2. I found that incredibly cringe. I was so mad at that movie because it was so much like stuttering Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone being like, we love each other. I was like, I hate whatever's happening here. It feels very, what's the word?
Twilight.
What's that vampires?
Twilight.
Thank you. Twilighty. It felt very Twilighty.
That's what I
it was
think
all
of.
like we're emotionally very stunted, and yet we somehow stutter our way through our love for each other, and it's so unfortunately hard to watch. But then, oh my god, like Andrew Garfield has never been better as Spider-Man than in this movie. Tobey Maguire was incredible in Spider-Man 1 and 2.
Yep.
And yet it was like Spider-Man 3 didn't exist. I was like, so yes, that's what I wanted. Oh, it was so fucking good. And in every way, I was shocked. So to put it as my number 1, it was because this movie had on paper no right being this good. It was so fucking good.
So good.
Damn.
They put a whole bunch of pieces together.
Yep.
Yeah. And I think going into it, I was kind of like, oh god, like don't just like, you know, all together. But it was like,
and they were warped pieces. They were warped and they were wet. Something had been spilled on them, and somehow a proper puzzle.
Oh,
love it.
That is a high point for sure. Like high point for sure.
Hell yeah.
Guys, thank you for joining us for our Phase 4 and Phase 5 rankings of the Marvel Cinematic Universe so far. We have a post-credits name to get to. Amy, I'm joking.
No.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I have a question for you guys now.
Yes.
All right. So we had what, 23?
22.
Original?
Well, 23. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
The original.
Yeah.
Was 23.
Correct.
The Infinity Saga is 23.
Correct.
Can you imagine putting those 23 now with these 22 and merging your lists?
Yeah. You know what's crazy? It's actually 23 and 23. Think about it with the Loki season 1 and 2. So it's 26 total.
Oh, fuck off.
That's crazy. Or excuse me,
46.
46. Sorry. But that's crazy to think about. That is absolutely crazy to think about. That
to do it. I mean, so.
All right. Well, maybe.
Spread out.
All right. Well, maybe we'll be back on YouTube with a 7-hour series. You know, this has been so much fun. We've got to visit this again though. When we finish Phase 5, we got to finish visiting again when Phase 6 comes through. But man, it is
hell yeah. This has been. I can't believe that we only got one jackpot.
I know, but what a jackpot to get.
What a jackpot to get.
Yeah, I
That
mean,
is true.
I'm so stoked because I genuinely was like, oh, I think Loki might be someone's number one here. I'm not sure. I was really, and no offense, when I saw the number two, I was like, oh yes, okay. The fact that we hit it and it was at the one that it's the undeniable. It really is. It's the one. And I think if you grew up watching the Spider-Man movies like we did, you know, like, I think that's honestly
It hits different.
all three of us being, no offense, in our mid 30s.
Fuck you.
Sorry,
Fuck you.
I just feel like
Sorry
that's
too,
why.
man. Sorry, you're talking about.
We're talking about thank you, Keith. Thank you for putting this together, man. It looks great. It was so much fun. Loved it.
Wait, what did I miss? What are we talking about?
We did a new top three, including the Infinity Saga. So my new top three is Infinity War, Endgame, Spider-Man No Way Home. Emmy's new top three. She said it first. You can't change it now. Would be
I do what I want. You're not my real dad.
You're not my dad. Fucking noodlehead. Infinity War, Ragnarok.
No Way Home.
No Way Home. Oh, no. Infinity War, No Way Home.
No Way Home.
Ragnarok.
It's number 2.
And Ragnarok.
I think I'd put Infinity War, Civil War, No Way Home.
Okay. I love Civil War too. Fucking Civil War is probably, is in my top 5, I think, too.
Good shit.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm pretty sure it's in my bottom 10.
Oh, wonderful.
What? God damn it. I was going to say something. Oh,
left.
Goodbye.
Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. If you want to check out
2 weeks left.
2 weeks left to get that shirt. You want to check out the audio version of the show. You really, really like the ranking. You want to hear more of us in audio form. Check us out. Available wherever podcasts are available. If you want to support the show, patreon.com/ABINGERS podcast. Just give $1 a month. Supports us, keeps our bills paid and our lights on. We really, really appreciate it. We're heading on out of here. We love you. Thank you so much. Any final words, Keith and Emmy?
We're done.
Yo, sure. What she said.
We're done.
Bye, guys.
Bye.